As unfortunately Notre Dame scored a touchdown against Ohio State. What a bummer. And my hair's all messed up because I was outside with Annie. And it's all frizzy because it's so dry, it's so cold. I think it might be single digits. I don't know. I'll have to see. Look at that. It's crazy. Wow. Well, I'm looking. What a bummer. You might be able to hear it. I've got the game on in the background. I've got to listen to this game. I can't watch it, but I can listen to it. Hey, Frank, blessings. I might have to mute this to do my. Definitely have to mute it to do the quote. Keep my attitude positive. And that's the name of the quote. It's called Attitude by Charles Swindoll. I didn't know he was actually a famous Christian teacher and even pastor for a while. But I think his calling, he said, was always teaching. Here's what he wrote about attitude. The longer I live, the more I realize the impact of attitude on life. Attitude, to me, is more important than facts. It's more important than the past, than education, than money, than circumstances, than failures, than successes, than what other people think or say or do. It's more important than appearance, giftedness, or skill, and it'll make or break a company, a church, a home. The remarkable thing is, we have a choice every day regarding the attitude we will embrace for that day. We cannot change our past. We cannot change the fact that people will act in a certain way. We cannot change the inevitable. The only thing we can do is play on the one string we have, and that is our attitude. I am convinced that life is 10% what happens to me and 90% how I react to it. And so it is with you. We are in charge of our attitudes. Love that quote. Unfortunately, don't love the fact that Notre Dame scored first against Ohio State. Look at Annie. And I titled this one, So Where is Orangey? Hey, Dolly, how are you? How's the weather out there? Kind of curious. What's the weather like on the West Coast? I wonder where the Buckeye game's being played. I don't even know. Donut Dolly, what temperature do you have right now? We got 9 degrees outside. Oh, Buckeye game's in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. Oh, 55. 55 is a lot better than 9. Sorry, I'm finishing my salad. What did I do today? Did my live in the morning. Doctor's appointment. I got something at the store that I needed. Took Annie to the dog park and did a lot of reading. And I actually caught up on some sleep because I got up at like 3:15 or 3:30 in the morning on Sunday. I've just been really, I don't know why. I think the day before that I got up at like 4 something. So I don't know what's going on with my sleep schedule, but I finally caught up. reading my Bible, reading some other books, studying Spanish. Don't ask me why. Well, I don't know. Actually, I don't know why. Hey, Dustin, what's going on? Hey, Idiom. One of my childhood comedians when I was a kid growing up in Cleveland, Ohio, we had this show called the Big Chuck and Little John Show. And Big Chuck was 90 and he died today. I was kind of bummed about that. My brothers let me know that. Little John is still alive, but Big Chuck died today. Such a bummer. That show was hilarious. It was one of those late night shows on like Friday or Saturday night, where kids would stay up late and watch the show. But I think it was local. It might have been local to Cleveland. I'm not sure. Anybody heard of Big Chuck and Little John? Annie, what are you doing? Annie, no. She's been a little mouthy because we didn't stay out as long. We were, instead of 30 minutes or more in my live in the morning at the dog park, it was only like 20 minutes because it was just way too cold for me. I should go to bed at 7. If I get up that early, I should go to bed at 7. But I've been going to bed late. Like after 11 and then waking up at 3:30, that's not good. Yeah, that's good, Dustin. That's good. I forgot, Dustin, where are you? Where are you located? And what's the temperature there? Because we got this really bad cold front coming through the Midwest here. Kids' schools in Ohio have been canceled for today. Most of them have even been canceled tomorrow. So, like, they know it's going to be cold for 48 hours, and they're just canceling schools for 2 days in a row already ahead of time. It's kind of crazy. Real temperatures are going to be in the negatives. Like, we'll be out there. It's not going to be as cold as they originally said it was going to be tomorrow morning. I think it's only going to be like 3 or 4 degrees in the morning when I'm out there, so it won't be so bad. It won't be as bad as this morning. But then the next day, I think it's supposed to be -2 or -4. Yeah, childhood memories are good. Oh, California, 60 degrees. Nice. Nice, Dustin. I've been, I don't know where you are in California, but I traveled there a lot. And I worked in Torrance, and I stayed in the Crown Plaza right on King Harbor on the Pacific Ocean in Redondo Beach. That was my hotel that I always stayed at. I don't know if you're familiar with that area. Oh, you're reading Team of Rivals in Leviticus? Oh, good. I'm reading Finding God and Suffering, and I'm finishing up Numbers. So I should be in Deuteronomy tomorrow. In my devotional reading. I think I only have 3 chapters left in Numbers, 34, 35, and 36. No way. You were raised in Redondo Beach? That is so awesome. I love Redondo Beach. I would walk out. Here's what I would do, Dustin. I'd walk out of the Crown Plaza toward the ocean, and then I would go left. As I was walking toward the ocean, I would go left. And then I would run along the ocean, back and forth. I would run until the boardwalk along the beach ended and went up to the road, and then turn around and come back to the hotel. I did that before I went to work in the mornings. I did that a lot. I love Redondo Beach. Redondo Beach Brewing Company. I'm coming over here to finish my salad, guys. Oh, you did too? That's awesome. Wow. How old are you, Dustin? I forgot. No, I've never been to Stickenstein. Oh, you're 47. Okay. That's cool. Dolly might not be the next in line after me. Because I'm 54. Anybody watching the national championship game? Between Ohio State and Notre Dame? Because I'm in Columbus, Ohio, so this is a huge day. Everybody's watching this game here. I let Annie out like 10 minutes ago. No, about 15, 20 minutes ago. And even though it's 9 degrees outside and everybody's windows are closed, you can hear people yelling through the windows. And not even from the apartment complex. I'm talking about through the trees in the houses behind me. It's hilarious. So many people. It's such a big day. I went to Ohio Northern University, a small Division III school. Because I played sports there, I wasn't good enough to go to somewhere like Ohio State. Sorry, I just finished my salad. I was really hungry. I didn't eat a lot today. Annie, you didn't get enough exercise, did you, today? She's not going to be getting as much exercise as she needs the next couple days, I think. Tuesday and Wednesday are going to be like 20 minutes and 20 minutes max, morning and afternoon. Go get it. Yeah, she's bringing me toys for me to throw across the room. Yeah, working out's kind of important. Dustin, where'd you go to school? If you were raised at Redondo Beach, I'm kind of curious what school you went to. I got something funny on here. Well, we got a scan for Orangey. Orangey was not found yesterday. El Camino, Long Beach State, and ASU. Oh, sweet. Nice. Okay, I gotta switch cameras.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership just got even better. Now you can choose from Disney Plus with ads.
You did 4 piddly miles. That's still a long.
Plus, enjoy unlimited
Masters in ABA and undergrad in classics. Nice, Dustin. That's cool. That sounds really interesting.
for a Boost membership today.
That sounds really cool.
Way to save, including new streaming options.
Idiom. Yes. That's where she was yesterday. But the problem was, here, let me show you guys. Yes, but yes and no, okay? So here's, I made it really obvious this time. But it was like this. I think it was like this. Like the coat was, this thing was up here or something like that. And she was like this. So it was a lot more difficult. But I still thought, if you go further away, it looks harder to see. But I think maybe there was no reflection on the, yesterday there was no light reflecting on her. So I think that's why. So today I put her on the dark background or no background at all so you guys could see her. Zoom. I think it's been Olivia and Ryan and now Idiom. What do you want for your prize? Actually, that's harder to see than where it was before. You got to pick your prize. I got a feeling Dolly and Olivia are going to make me cook. Uh-oh, should I let her chew up her blanket? Probably not. Annie, no. No, don't chew that up. Here. Oh, I see. You were trying to get your thing out of there. That's all. Okay, I gotcha. I gotcha. Ooh, Ohio State's driving. You don't know. How about $1 million? You can have all my problems. Hey, I got a question. All right, I'm going to do a Q&A here. And you'll see why later in the program. Everybody has to answer. We kind of know everybody's age, but I don't know this. I'm not sure why this thing. Okay. Try to answer this question. I hate how this thing floats right in the middle of the screen. And I can't move it. Oh, there, I moved it a little bit. Touchdown, Ohio State. Touchdown, Ohio State. Giddy up. Okay. I want to know how tall everyone is. Hey, Vicky, how are you? Thanks for joining. Hey, if anybody hasn't subscribed, please do so. I'd really appreciate it. And you're going to see why everybody's putting in here how tall you are. You're not going to believe it. And it has something to do with the year 1933, okay? How tall are you? It has something to do with the year 1933. And we'll get to it. We'll get to it later on. So 1933 is what? 92 years ago. It has something to do with something that's 92 years old. Okay? 5'9", 5'3". Idiom, how tall are you? Dolly, Frank, come on. Gotta know. You'll see why. Dustin, come on. I'm 6'8". Frank's 5'10". Okay. I'm 6'8". 5'9", 5'3", 5'10", 6'8". I don't know how to end. I don't know how to move this thing. I don't know if I can answer. Oh, I see. I can drag it to end Q&A. Okay. Let's see. Vicky answered, Idiom answered, Frank answered. What about Dolly? Okay, Dolly answered. What about Dustin? This is gonna be funny, actually. I think it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know if it's gonna be funny or people are gonna be angry. Ah, what's Annie doing? What are you doing? She like puts this chew toy up against my bone on my foot. Oh my goodness. Hey, did Ohio State make the extra point or did they go for two? I'm guessing they just made the extra point at 7-7. But I haven't been listening. Yeah, Orangey was found here. Check out Orangey. Orangey's on my coat. See, yesterday Orangey was on the orange part of my coat, like the mustard yellow part of my coat, and she was very difficult to see. And honestly, I was on her for like this long before too. Nobody could see her, so maybe that was just too difficult. Hey, Snow, how tall are you? Can you guys still see this question that's posted on here? I don't know. It's funny. Okay, Idiom answered. Vicky, Frank, Dolly. I need Dustin and Snow. You don't know how tall you are? Okay, all right. Do you know about how tall you are? But you're younger. That's okay. Oh, it just went away. Okay, I'm gonna drag it one more time. Move it. There, I moved it. Annie is a piece of work tonight. She really needs a total of an hour a day, like 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes at the dog park, or she's just gonna have way too much energy. Oh, it's still there? Okay, I move it. If you're 5 feet maybe, okay, but you're a kid, so this might not be applicable to you, Snow. But everybody else. Yeah. Okay. All right, you're gonna see why this height is important. And remember, I'm 6'8". And no, Frank, this doesn't have to do with how much money you make compared to how tall you are. This is something different. It's related to something from 1933. Okay, here we go. All right, guys. Hey, I'm curious, did anybody try to make my chili today? I didn't put the recipe on there yet. I never got to it. I never typed it all in. You can tell I have a long sleeve shirt on, a t-shirt over it, and then I even have this like fleecy fur-lined jacket on, even inside. It's just cold. It's just cold. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, convince your mom to do it with you. It's really good. It's really healthy too. I think she'll agree to it. Oh my goodness, Annie. Annie, no humping. Good girl. You should see, I got this 1-minute video of Annie doing huffing and puffing and grumbling and growling at me to get to me to play with her. It was about an hour ago. It was really funny. She's giving me the... Oh, you had chili yesterday, that's right. Edamame guacamole, nice. And buckwheat crackers. Wow, that sounds interesting. Hey, Sandwichstein, what's going on? Hey, why do you call yourself Sandwichstein, by the way? Where did that name come from? What does it mean? Ow, ow, let go. You know, I can barely feel my toes when she bites on them like that. That's kind of scary. I can only feel her on the top of my toes, not on the bottom. Hey, Giovanni, what's up? Superstar quarterback Giovanni. 2 rushing touchdowns and numerous passing touchdowns. Look, even Annie's excited. It's Snow and Giovanni.
Cincinnati for a while. They were Luke Fickle was 3 wide to the right quarterback Roger Leonard, and he's got a single setback to the area right off his left.
All right. Hey, Sandwich Dean, I forgot. We had a Q&A for how tall you are. So if you're like 18 or like 17 or older, you might want to type in the chat how tall you are, because you're going to see why. We're going to look at something here pretty soon. It's from 1933, and I think everybody's going to get a kick out of it. I'm 6'8", by the way, just so everybody knows. You're 45. Okay, yeah. How tall are you? Put in your height in here. Like if you look, I don't know if you can look back in the chat. Like Snow is about 5 feet, Dolly's 5'2", Frank 5'10", Vicky 5'3", Idiom's 5'9". Look how cold it is here. It's 9 degrees outside. When I went out this morning to do my live, it was 1 degree. And they said on the radio the wind chill was -10. Oh, you put it on YouTube 12 years ago and didn't think about it much. Okay, that's cool. Annie is funny. She's just a joy for me. She's real spazzy too, which kind of fits my personality. Do you want to go to kennel? She doesn't like that. See, that'll get her to be quiet. Okay, Sandwichine, you're 5'10". Oh, nice. Okay. Giovanni, you're 5'9". Wow, that's pretty tall for 13 years old. 5'9". You're not 6'8". Okay. Snow 5'4". Okay, all right, we got it. You'll see it. You guys will see why. All right, let's look at our little scrapbook here. I thinned it out so I can have better control over it, I think. This one's kind of cool, even though it's not as old. It's still old. It's 37 years old, 36 and a half years old, from October 1988. And it's from Nucleus Nuance. It looks like there's a lot of bands here that play, but I don't know who they are. I don't know what that means. I like that. This is a flyer, and it says Saturday, October 15th. Surprise birthday for Catherine Veniero, Booker Winston, and Victor Russo. Don't tell them. Like, they've got flyers going out all over the city, and then they're telling people not to let them know. Keep it a secret. Keep it a secret. And here's something that's really cool. Let me pull it out. This. Can you guys see this? Can you see how it's like kind of 3-dimensional? It's kind of like a hologram. I don't know if it's coming out very well over the camera, but it looks like a fuzzy picture, kind of like a hologram, kind of, sort of, but not really. Hey, Brad, what's going on? Next stream title needs to be Brad. Giovanni, your parents must be tall. Wow. Yeah. Well, look at what this is. This is history. The picture on the other side is worth saving. It's the first full color picture made in a new dimensional process called parallax panoramagram.
It's usually in the area of a hold by the punt return.
It's pretty cool. Someone can maybe look that up, but it doesn't say what year it is. But you can tell it's kind of like, it feels like there's lines or something on the paper. It's hard to explain. So it kind of looks like it's like a hologram, basically. This is the first picture hologram. And it was created by Kodak. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Hey, Olivia. I gotta, sorry, I'm having a hard time putting these things back. I can get them out, but I can't put them back with one hand. Here's something from the Grace Dodge Hotel in Washington, D.C. So you know how expensive Washington, D.C. is, right? It is freezing, Olivia. It's like 9 degrees here right now. February football camp. Oh, that's all right, Giovanni. That's good. You should do that football camp. That'll be awesome. You know how expensive Washington, D.C. is. And this is the Grace Dodge Hotel. And look, you can get a single room without a bath for $1.50. And if you want a bath, it's only $3.50. $3.50. It's probably $350 now today. This is crazy how old this thing is. Unfortunately, there's no date. Breakfast is 25 cents. Dinner is $1. Can you imagine having a nice dinner at a hotel with hotels already have price, higher prices for $1? That's crazy. Ooh, 3 cop cars. Wow. Hey, Olivia, by the way, how tall are you? Everybody put in how tall they were on the chat today, and you'll see why. And it has something to do with 1933. Giovanni's like 5'9", Sandwich is 5'10". I think Snow was like 5'4". Frank's 5'10" also. Donut Dolly's 5'2". Idiom, I think, was 5'9", and Vicky was, I believe, 5'3". Dustin, you're 5'7". Olivia, you're 5'5". Okay. You'll see, Olivia. I'll wait till you get back on before we get into it. Y'all tall. Dustin 5'7". I'm 6'8". You think it's Commanders Bills Super Bowl? Wow. Who are the Bills playing? I don't even know. I know the Commanders have to play, or no, the Bills are playing the Chiefs. The Commanders are playing who? The Eagles? Yeah, I'll give you 10, 15 minutes. Take your time. Yeah, I'm crazy tall. I am crazy tall. All right, let's look at this next thing here. This thing fell out. I'm going to have to figure out where it fell from. But it's kind of cool. And this is not just a picture or a little postcard. This is a booklet. It's a little time booklet.
Buckeyes doing a good job mixing things up. We saw a screen already. We saw a reverse on that last play.
52 weeks of time will come to you throughout the year ahead as a gift from Rosalie. It's pretty cool. I can't read what's in the gold here. I can't even read it off camera. I wonder if I zoom in, if it'll... Help. A Christmas message for you on the back cover. Okay.
All three receivers have a catch now. Our tight end, Jeep Scott, has a catch. Quinshon Junkins, they caught a
Oh, I have very few football cards, Giovanni.
job mixing things up.
My brothers and I were all in our 50s and we collected baseball cards, and we've got, I don't know, 10,000, tens of thousands of baseball cards. We have a lot of baseball cards. A lot. Boxes and boxes and boxes of baseball cards. And we have 4 Tobacco Hall of Fame cards we got from the owner of a store who closed down when he retired, and he gave them to us as a gift. He was a really nice guy. We used to buy stuff from him.
Get to that line of scrimmage. So in essence, he gained 10, but most of it was behind.
Can I fit on roll? That's a good question. The roller coasters scare the heck out of me, because when I come to those dips where there's like a bar, you know, to make it look like you're gonna run into a piece of metal, I freak out. Like, I do not put my hands up. Because can you imagine, I'm 6'8", I'm already really high, and then I stick my really long arms up. I would probably lose my hands on a roller coaster. They scare me. That's a great question, Idiom. That's a great question. Scares the crap out of me. Oh, I don't have them with me, Giovanni. My brothers are holding on to them. I held on to them for decades. Oh, they scare you too, Vicky? And Dolly, yeah. I like them. They're fun, but they scare me with my height. All right, I want to open up this little time thing because it's a whole booklet. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't have anything football right now, Giovanni. I'm sorry. I just have baseball, golf. Got a lot of My brothers have a lot of baseball cards. They've got them all, though. I do. I mean, I'm not really into race car driving, but I mean, I'll watch some races. They're fun to watch. Whoa, Annie. Hold on. What are you doing here? Wow. Do you like race car driving, Vicky? I forgot. Where are you? Durham? You love it. That's cool. What do I like to do for fun? I like to work out. I like to spend time with Annie, honestly. I like to take her to the dog park. I like to read the Bible. I like to study the Bible a lot. That's fun for me. Greensboro, that's cool. Do you want to go to Kennel? Yeah, you don't like that word, do you? Hear her huffing? She's like, how dare you? Tell me no. How dare you threaten the kennel on me? You want to go to kennel? Annie? She ran away. Yeah, I don't know if anybody can actually read this, but if you had a magnifying glass, you could probably actually read this little time booklet. It's kind of cool. It's like a mini Time magazine, but the font is like .2 font.
Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
When you choose the teams in Ohio
It's kind of cool.
Cancer Care, you're choosing the team that specializes in treating this one.
Oh, the plant? That's, believe it or not, I got that before Christmas. It's been over a month. It was a pine tree branch that fell off a pine tree. So I just picked it up and brought it in here. It was like my Christmas tree. So it's just, yeah, it's just kind of a pine tree branch. It's kind of cool.
Plays just under 4 minutes off
The green has gotten lighter over time, but it's still,
just under 4 on this drive, so they're getting first down.
it's still like, looks good. So I'm keeping it there.
A bit more passing, I would say, on this drive.
Oh, what have I learned of the Bible lately? Oh, pass your board exam. That's good for you, Dustin. Yeah, get a dog. Or try to go get one at a local shelter, Dustin. You can probably get it really cheap there, and they're the ones that need a home. I've learned a lot of things about the Bible. I like the book of Isaiah. We've been starting a book of Isaiah study, and the first week was just an overview of the book. The second week was just chapter 1, because Isaiah is just so interesting. It's going to take a long time probably to go through the book, but it's a great class. And then we also learned about the commandment, which I really appreciated, the second commandment teaching that we had this past Sunday. Does anybody know what the second commandment is? So the second commandment is about you shall not. Actually, I should get it out because it's really kind of an important commandment. I didn't realize it. Before. But I think it's Exodus 20. Yeah, here we go. Ooh, your stepdad is, I'm sorry. Yeah, read the Bible. That'll help. Honestly, it does. It helps you get through anything. That's terrible. And I'm sorry about, was it this really recently, Dolly? Yeah, Octogrammar's right. It's about the images. Yeah, here, let me show you. It's, let me zoom in. It's verses 4 through 6. So you shall not make for yourself an image in the form of anything in heaven above, or on the earth beneath, or in the waters below. You shall not bow down to them or worship them. For I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, punishing the children for the sin of the parents of the third and fourth generation of those who hate me, but showing love to 1,000 generations of those who love me and keep my commandments. Ohio State just got a touchdown and took the lead. Okay, back to the Bible. So this is the interesting part. You shall not make for yourself an image in the form of anything in heaven above. So what we learned was you shouldn't make any image whatsoever. Even a cross is somewhat against that. Because God is saying you can't even make an image of me, because how can you make an image of something infinite and spiritual and all powerful. It's impossible. So he's saying not to even make an image of God. It's kind of a good teaching. And what we learned is, here I'll teach you what we learned. I actually put it in the notes. If you saw my handwriting next to it, those are my notes, my summary notes from the sermon. And let's see. Because right down here, this sermon, commandment number 2 is not the same as commandment number 1. Commandment number 1 is no other gods beside me. Number 2 is don't make any idols, even trying to make one of God himself in heaven. And verse 5 is the key point. Do not make idols of God. He can't be captured in an image. And we also learned about how you become like the God that you worship. So if you worship God in Christ, you're going to become more Christ-like. But if you worship something else, you're going to become more like that, which isn't a good thing, which is not a good thing. And he pointed out that even the New Testament Gospels, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and John, none of them give any explanation of what Jesus looked like, how tall he was, what he weighed, color of his hair, nothing. How long his hair was, there was not one peep about Jesus' appearance. Because God's image is the Word, the Bible, and the church. Of course, the Word is Jesus. So that was a really cool teaching. I never heard it taught to me that way, and I really, really thought it was eye-opening, enlightening to me. And I even asked the preacher afterward what he thought of people wearing crosses. Like Christians always wear crosses around their neck, and he didn't have one on. Coincidentally, he didn't have one on, because I definitely would have asked him about it or challenged him on it if he was. After his talk, I thought it was really good. Am I left-handed, Dolly? No, I'm right-handed, but I golf and I hit baseball left-handed, and I golf left-handed. You think my future as a pastor is clear? I'd like to be a pastor. I would like to preach. I would like to talk to people. Oh, I'm sorry, Vicky. Your dad passed away? Jeez. And your sister? I'm sorry. Oh, man, she passed in December. Wow. My dad passed last December 23, 2023. It's just it's not good. Yeah, they didn't go too much into the pagan cultures around ancient Israel during that time. But he went into it a little bit. Oh, you use calligraphy? Octogrammer? That's interesting.
They recognized it, and after 3 tries of kicking it out of bounds, they got Austin Snyder in there to kick it into the end zone.
Everyone knows Jesus looks like a metal musician from the 80s. Sandwich Dean, that's a classic. That is classic. Israel, unlike other cultures of its time, worshipped an idolless God. Israel, unlike other cultures of its time, worshipped an idolless God. Yep. Yeah, they worshipped only one. That's the key point. God. It was singular. So one God, no idols. Yep, that's right.
Leonard in the shotgun. Love in the backfield to his left.
Oh, that's interesting, Dustin. I didn't know about
Leonard gets the snap. Drops it.
seizing
Pressure coming. He'll
idols from other cultures would be a sign of strength. I didn't know that.
yanked him down by the ankle from behind, bringing up, of course, in third down.
Huh.
Low, I went up, he went in, and then he
All right.
went around and was able to get at the 8.
Here we go. I'm gonna get to the 1933 thing here,
Had 18 tackles and 5.5.
and everybody's height. We're gonna learn. It's gonna be kind of funny. Look at this.
Own 30-yard line. Both Collins will be wide to the left. 3 receivers
Look at the World's Fair.
and dispatched to the right.
Quickest way to the World's Fair. From the heart of New York to the heart of the World's Fair. 10 minutes, 10 cents on the Long Island Railroad.
And the snap goes off the tight end, and it's down on the ground, and it looks like it's recovered by Notre Dame.
I don't even
The tight end Evans was moving in motion from right to left. The ball hit him and went to the ground, and Notre Dame manages to keep the possession, but they're going to face fourth down.
You know, Arvell Reese was
Hospital Service Association of Pittsburgh.
caused an issue, but you're right, they went back 4 yards. Another. Number 2 for Notre Dame is where he goes.
This is old. I just don't know what year it is.
The tight end recovered the ball, but Notre Dame will like to punt now.
2-3 now.
Might be down here.
Second punt for them.
7/21/38, maybe 1938.
Rendell gets that away from his 15.
87 years old.
Backing up for Ohio State, catches it as 25, and he's going to be thrown down.
Hey, Olivia. Welcome back. We just talked a little bit about commandment number 2. Someone asked about what I learned recently in the Bible, and the sermon we had was pretty interesting sermon. Hey, look at this operator license for Minnie Patrick from 1960. Woo! 65 years old, an operator license. It is kind of weird because these people, a lot of these people might actually be dead already. All this stuff that we're looking at, this personal stuff. Knott's Berry Farm and Ghost Town, Independence Hall guided tour. Department of Auditor of State. This thing's upside down. We'll come back to that one. The Empire Builder, Air Conditioned Train Directory. Air Conditioned Train Directory. Look, there's an observation area, a lounge car, solarium, a buffet, a radio, a library, a barber shop, valet service, and a dining car. That's one heck of a nice train. Can you imagine if this kind of stuff was on an airplane? That'd be awesome. You can get your hair cut, read books at a library. That would be sweet. Airplanes get us there faster, but much less comfort, that's for sure. All right, here's this thing. Department of Auditor of State, powers and duties of the main office. Ohio's bookkeeper and chief accounting officer. That's kind of cool. Gives everybody their roles and responsibilities. Oh no. Today wasn't your day, Olivia? Not another bad day. Here's a resident fishing license.
Ennis with a TD catch at Penn State gets the Buckeyes to their own 42-yard line with a fresh set of downs and under 3 minutes to play second quarter.
That's old. 1960.
Howard in a shotgun.
$2.
Henderson will set up on his right-hand side. Snap to Howard. Takes a handoff. Looks to screen, but takes off running, and he's going to be dropped right around the Ohio State 41-yard line. And that stop is
Hey, I could use this book. I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to tell Frank. I'm going to keep it. Your piano and its proper care. So when I get my piano, I know how to take care of it. Now here we go. This is why I asked everybody their height. Because of this book, The Arcadian Handbook of Growers, okay? You'll see why here in a second. Okay, let me put this down. Arcadian Handbook for Growers. Oh no, Frank's watching. Darn it. Handy pocket memorandum and reference book for farmers and growers. So remember that. I'm not sure what they're farming and what they're growing because you're going to see in a minute what's in the very middle of this book. You can see here the copyright down here, 1933. So this is 92 years old. It tells you how to use Arcadian nitrate of soda for all your different crops that you're growing. But check this out. This is why I asked everybody's weight. Right in the middle of this book, for farmers and growers, are two tables. One table for the height and weight of men, and the other table for the height and weight of women. And it's by age. And it tells you, I think it tells you how much you should weigh. It's kind of funny. And I can't even tell because it only goes up to 6'3", but I'm 6'8". So I can't even tell. But it's compiled by life insurance medical directors. Weights are with shoes and lightweight clothing. So they're not naked. So you can see here, if you find your height and then find your age, they're telling you what you should weigh. And for me, this seems awfully skinny. So look at this. If you're 6'3" and you're in your 30s, you got to weigh 192 to 197 at 6'3". That's pretty skinny. Uh-oh, what's this? I'm missing. Oh, you're a citizen of Arcadia. Oh, wow. You think you passed? That is super skinny. Now look at the women's side. So for you women too, you know how old you are, your height. So if you're a woman and you're 6 foot tall and you're in your 30s, you need to be 162 to 165. According to the booklet for growers and farmers. I guess they're growing and farming people? I don't know. So like if you have a 5'6" person and they're that old, you know, you got to make sure that they're growing at the right pace. I don't know what the heck that means. I thought it was kind of funny. Dolly, you passed. Nice. Yeah, that's it. 3 more pounds. You can't even gain a pound a year. You gotta really watch it. And then it's funny because, you know, after we passed, look at all these pages we passed, like 30, 40 pages. Then we go right back to the Arcadian nitrate of soda and how good it is for all your crops. I thought that was so funny. So funny. All right, let's go back to this time. Or you get exiled with the cows. Idiom, you're 10 pounds over. That's a problem. I guess that means your life insurance policy might be higher. And what if you have a lot of muscle too? That's just kind of crazy because muscle, weighs a lot. So you can get penalized for just being strong. Nitrate was the Ozempic back then. I like these little pictures of these Santas and these reindeer. It's kind of cool. I like that. Oh, look at that. Nativity scene. That's cool. Hello, Chris Frank. Is there someone here? Did I miss somebody? Whoop. Oh, hey, Chris Frank. I missed you, Chris. Sorry about that. I don't know how I missed you.
Obviously, you like to get in the end zone, but you got points here. If our kicker can put it through the uprights.
Chris Frank and Frank finally meet. Yeah. That is a neat painting. Look at Santa kicking back, reading time. He's teaching a class. Not sure if he's teaching math or if he's teaching geography with that globe sitting there. Buckeyes going to score again.
1:05 in the second quarter clock. 1st and 10, Ohio State at Notre Dame's 12. Will Howard gets the snap. Feeds Travion Henderson. Going right side.
This is cool.
And he lunges and lands at the 6-yard line. Travion Henderson. He had a defender that was trying to bring him down. That was defensive.
I like that. That thing was cool. Let's see if there's any more cool stuff in this. Okay. This is a postcard from 1957. That would be 67, 68 years ago. Yeah, these people might not be alive anymore.
This is an SEC crew.
There's no foul on the play. Timeout, Ohio State. The second of the half. 30-second timeout.
Greeted with displeasure by the Notre Dame fans to the approval of Ohio State fans.
Shoes. Man, can you imagine getting shoes for $12.95 or about $24 for 2 pair? $12 for a pair of shoes. Man, all shoes are like $50 or $60 or more at least now. It's crazy.
And they have the ball now. 2nd down, 4 to go at the Notre Dame 6-yard line.
What's this?
They're guarding up on receivers pretty good. Maybe get something
Grinding wheels.
tight ends here.
A Loctite grinding wheels.
And as you mentioned earlier, they're in field goal range, so you don't want to get negative with any plays.
No, you got 3 right now for
Some
sure.
old stuff.
So as you heard, the officiating crew saying 33 seconds remaining till halftime. 14-7 Ohio State.
Ooh, look at this.
And the Buckeyes 2nd and 4 at the Notre Dame 6.
Here's a check from 1955 that was paid out. $15.76. 1955. Man, that was before all that inflation in the 70s. This thing is probably worth, let's see, if I had a guess, 65, 75, 85, 95, 05.
Looks all over, takes off running well. Now throws into the end zone wide open, and it's Jenkins with a catch for the score.
Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Started to run right up the middle, but he finds Quinshon Judkins on a 6-yard TD pass play. And Ohio State now with a 20-7 lead over Notre Dame.
Ohio State's undefeated when we have a player have multiple scores, and that's 2 for Quinshon Judkins. 1 rushing, 1 receiving. Excellent job there by Will Howard. Buying extra time with his feet, he steps up in the pocket.
If I had a guess, this is probably worth more than $1,000 today.
That is his second.
That's how much inflation has eaten away at the U.S. dollar.
The AT unit on. John Furlan to snap. Joe McGuire to put it
About $16 in early 1955. 70 years later, it's probably worth $1,000.
21-7 Ohio State leading Notre
It's
Dame
insane.
7 seconds. Left until halftime. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
This season, Abbott and the Big Ten teamed up to host the first ever conference-wide blood donation competition to help fight the greatest blood shortage in a generation.
What's this? What are we talking about here? Chris Rank.
Save as many as $60,000
Try $100. You think?
students and Buckeye fans like you. But the
My
donations doesn't stop here.
$12.50 new fresh foams. Annie goes. Annie, look at Annie now, though.
Conference and sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
That's why she was acting up. She was getting tired.
Touchdown pass to the
She's exhausted. She's trying to stay up with me.
Judkins plus the point after.
She can't.
Ohio State has
She's
a
crashed.
7 lead over Notre Dame with 27.
She's still a puppy, needs lots of sleep.
The Ohio State scoring drive powered by Honda celebrating over 4 years.
All right, look at this.
Here in Ohio, 12 plays, 80 yards,
Chaz Yance.
off the clock.
Jaden Bailey
Cincinnati, Ohio, Olivia.
this one, and it is deep and landing in the end zone for a touchback. So Notre Dame will have the football with just 27
Hey,
seconds
Chris.
until halftime. But as we talked about during the commercial, it looked like Will Howard was
Traction building. Opening of law offices. Here's a receipt for notation of a lien from 1949.
Per TD, so Ohio State has 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
lofted that back to the left portion of the end zone to a wide open Quinshon Judkins.
Yeah, he was. Not plenty of goalposts.
That was like a convenience store open all day, all night. First and 10, Notre Dame with the ball at their own 25-yard line with Ohio State, a 21-7 lead. Riley Leonard just scored the 1 TD for the Fighting Irish, slings it on the left side where it's caught by Collins, moving to his own 30 and taken down at his 31-yard line by defensive end Jalen Tuimoloau.
Doesn't look like Notre Dame's going to use a timeout.
The Tahoe Queen.
Yes, it is. 15 and rolling. Fighting Irish are looking now at 2nd and 3. With the ball.
Daily cruises to Emerald Bay.
Nice, wouldn't it though? Now,
Huh.
they're not gonna get a chance because Notre Dame's not going to snap up any more. The half will come to an national championship game. After 1 half here in Atlanta, it is 21-7 Ohio State ahead of Notre Dame. Stay tuned, Skip Mossy, with our halftime show coming up next. This is
Wow.
Buckeyes football from Learfield.
When you share your
Biltmore House and Gardens.
So what's on your table this holiday season?
This is weird. This is a tag from Flowers. So somebody sent someone flowers, and this tag
Or wow, the
is here. It's super old.
quinoa stuffed butternuts?
There's no date on it.
Sure to add a pop of color
It's
to your
kind of
salad.
interesting.
How about a sweet potato casserole with a crunchy oat streusel topping, made with care for the sweet tooth? And
Here's a meal ticket.
with Kroger, fill your table with love and watch as your guests' hearts get as full as their bellies. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
From the Chittenden Hotel.
This Buckeye season, don't let a broken windshield ruin your game plan. Safe Light Auto Glass is
Something from the Ohio Oil Company.
their mobile glass shops all over Central Ohio.
Let's see here.
Anywhere giving Buckeye fans more
Shell In and Out. Map of Salt Lake City from Shell. Probably Shell gas station.
schedule at SafeLight.com. Safe Light Auto Glass is a proud sponsor of
Colonial Williamsburg, one-day ticket for an adult. June 24th. It's old. Here's another check for $20 to K Jewelers. K Jewelers, $20. I'm telling you, this is expensive stuff. $20 in 1955 is a lot of money for a ring payment. I wonder if it's a wedding ring, and that's why they kept it. That's pretty cool.
Ohio sports destination. Welcome to the Buckeye Football Halftime Show on the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Western Medical Center. The team physicians for Ohio.
Yeah, the Biltmore is still around. That's true. Oh my gosh, Dolly. Every kiss begins with K. I didn't know that it was from all over the country. Hey, look at this. This is like a really old business card for someone who played music. Father Al Lewis. Call that number. See if he's still tinkling the ivories or whatever he does. Playing the trumpet, guitar. New Orleans, Louisiana. It's pretty cool. Bavarian Mountain and Salt Mines Tour. Salzburg. That's Austria, isn't it? That's Austria, I think. Rising Sun Hotel and Restaurant. Maryland. American and European plan. What is this picture? I gotta look. Oh, this is the little church around the corner in New York City. It's pretty cool. Old black and white little photo. Good night, Vicky. I don't even know what this is. Hamilton's Tourist Home. Beauty Rest Mattresses. Buckeye TV. That must be from Columbus. Bob Lowe sailing schedule from 1954. I wonder if his schedule still keeps. They still keep that schedule. 71 years later. Oh, here's just a whole bunch of old, like almost like business cards. They're the size of business cards. United States Capitol, Washington, D.C. That's where Trump had some of his festivities today. Fellowship and Good Cheer, Order of the Good Times, Nova Scotia. National Congress or Parents and Teaching. Electrical Contractor and Dealer, A.L. Lee. It's pretty neat. I don't even know what this is, guys. This is the last page. Let's go to something that I can actually read and see. This is the Coliseum Fairgrounds, Columbus, Ohio. Admit one, $3 from 1959. Boy, that's not cheap back then. Holiday on Ice. That's cool. Rinkside seat ticket. Evaporated milk label. But look at these pictures, man. Like, I don't even know what they're so old. There's nothing. There is some. Wait, I gotta zoom in because there are words on here, but I can't read them. View from something. Parking area. Huh. That's beautiful. These are they're tiny black and white photos.
Ohio State Athletic Director.
They look really cool.
We've appreciated your time all season. We'll see you back home in Columbus, okay?
Klingman's Dome. Thanks, Dolly. Yeah, Sandwich Dean. Are you getting sleepy? Oh, that's pretty. Okay. I think we're done with this booklet. Yeah, we are. That's it. You guys are like Annie. She be zoning. So do you guys care about the college football national championship game going on? I'm not sure if you can hear it in the background. I've had it on the whole time. The Ohio State Buckeyes from here in Columbus, Ohio are playing Notre Dame, and they're winning 21-7. I know Frank probably has it on. Oh, your brother's into football, Chris? I wonder about Giovanni, if he's still on. You still on, Giovanni? Because I know you're a quarterback. Kind of wondering. No, you're not into football either? Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't care other than the fact that I'm here in Columbus, Ohio, and my son, my oldest son, goes to Ohio State University. So he's probably really happy right now that they're up by 2 touchdowns. That's for sure. Oh, you like to throw the ball around? That's fun. I know. I like to throw the football around. I love playing catch with a football. Yeah. How old are you, Chris, by the way? Just curious. We've got a whole spectrum here. I think I'm the oldest at 54. $36. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think we have people from every decade. Well, actually, Frank might be the oldest, actually. We won't tell anybody, and we won't say how old Frank is. But we've got people from, I think we have people from 10 to in the 60s, that's for sure. 60s or, yeah. How was everybody's start of the week? And did you have to work today, or did you have school, or no? Because it's Martin Luther King Day. If Olivia's in retail, it's probably open. I'm probably working all the time, Olivia. You got everyone here?
I've seen a few big plays in my life. That was as big as any. And what I just have to say is, Jack, every sinew in his body is about greatness. That was an amazing play.
When you look at that, were you running down the sidelines with him? I think
No, I'm trying to go right over. I'm jumping up and down with the athletic director.
Oh, you got done painting your kitchen? You know, I wish I could paint my apartment. They probably won't let me. I would paint one wall. I would paint one wall different than the other colors, just to kind of add some dimension or something to it. I wonder if they would allow me to paint.
They're still ranked. I think they're number 11 or 12. Our women's hockey team swept last weekend. They're number 2. Our men's gymnastics team is number 2. Wrestling's doing great. I mean, we're having a great.
What color did you paint your kitchen, Chris?
Really proud of our sports programs.
all the sports we have.
Yeah, I should ask. That's a good point. I should ask.
We'd always be a little partial to you, but do you have any more others that you're kind of partial to?
You know, I love them all. I really do. And, I love seeing when we're strong in wrestling. There's a lot of good strong wrestling in the Big Ten. So that's a program I'm really starting to pay more attention to.
We mentioned this with Ross a couple
You
of
change your
weeks ago.
spark plugs? Oh, good for you.
Progress rate for the football team. It's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, when you're talking about only 2 schools, you have 100% academic progress rate, and the other one happens to
Yeah,
be
it's
Harvard.
so.
No, I don't want to
Yeah.
on everything, but that one I'll go with. You know, our overall student GPA for athletics this last semester is a 3.37. It's remarkable.
Oh, I see.
And another really
Gotcha.
fascinating stat for our fans out there: every one of our seniors who graduated this year that were part of our student athlete program, 96%
Yeah, that's smart, idiom.
either went on to another education or had a job. That is a stat that I really am proud of.
Did you realize it was
I haven't been paying attention to my, well, one maintenance job I probably could have done myself, but I just had to have the water pump changed, and I can't do that. I don't even have the tools for that, let alone the space.
We got a spring football game. We'll chat with you then, but I guess any final thoughts before we close our final halftime with you?
Well, that's really smart. You did that on your own.
Optimistic that we can continue to play the way we have been. And again, I'm just
Really
so proud
smart.
of the program that we've been witnessing all year. What, you know, if we win tonight, this will be the
Hey,
first
Anna.
college
I don't think I've ever seen you. Thanks for joining.
5 program
Hola.
season
Habla español?
score. So let's keep it going. Go Bucks.
The one thing that's been kind of interesting and weird the last couple of weeks has been the weather. The weather.
Yeah, you do win some, you lose some.
With all of the slush and the snow, and they're talking about snowfall here in Atlanta tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I would love to homestead on a plot of land in a big house.
Winter is here.
Winter's here. It's all over the place. Ohio State President Ted Carter, thanks as always for joining us all season.
Sí.
Have a great second half, okay?
All right, Skip. Enjoyed it. Go Bucks.
All right, again.
Yo hablo español. Un poco.
Notre Dame 7 up next. We'll check your Monday scoreboard.
Más de un poquito.
Ball from Learfield.
Un poco español.
Heisman Trophy winner. The right coverage can be a game changer, both on and off the field. That's why Encova Insurance is prepared for what's next and protects what matters most to you. With independent insurance agents in your neighborhood and innovative insurance products that can be tailored to fit your unique needs, Encova Insurance is an easy win for your.
What am I doing today? Hey, Chris, where are you?
You want Encova
It's 9:23 p.m., so I'm not going to be up much longer. I might study some Spanish in bed and then go to sleep after my live. That's probably what I'll do. So I'm kind of wondering where you are, Chris. If it sounds like it's earlier in the day for you, wherever you are.
Recover, repeat. Brought to you by the American Dairy Association Minis, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
When it comes to your cancer diagnosis, the choice for your care is clear.
And when you choose the James at Ohio State,
You're opting for care.
Oh, Colorado.
Specialized team dedicated to treating one type of cancer.
So did you mean what am I doing tomorrow? I might go out and watch the Buckeye game, but I feel too tired. I think I didn't get a lot of sleep. One day I got up at 3:30 in the morning, just catching up on my sleep. Why Spanish? I don't know. It was put on my mind, I guess. And I just started studying Spanish. I did study Spanish in high school for 3 años, 3 years. 3 años en mi escuela. So, the only thing I remember from that though was, yo quiero una cerveza cerca de la ventana. So I wanted to get a beer and sit next to the window if I went to a restaurant or a bar. That's pretty bad to remember for a high school kid. Chris Frank, yes. I forgot what question I asked. Oh, yeah. What are you doing the rest of the day then, Chris? Oh, you're half Mexican, Dolly, and trying not to laugh? Yeah. Oh, this idiom, Dolly. Hannah. Yeah. Hey, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. I'd really appreciate it, guys. Work on an airplane puzzle. Oh, nice. Eat and go to bed. Yeah. Nobody seems to care about this football game. I'm kind of shocked by that. Hey, thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. Yeah, I saw somebody liked. Thanks, Chris. Annie is. Wow, look at this. This is nuts.
Schedule at SafeLight.com. SafeLight Auto Glass is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Howard Hanna is the proud real estate sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Just like a football team needs a strong game plan, you need a reliable team to guide you through the home buying process.
She has a nice undercoat. She got that. Whoops.
Save time and money and help you score that winning touchdown.
Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on.
Market leader in Ohio, more buyers and sellers trust Howard Hanna to be their home team. Visit howardhanna.com/.
She has a nice undercoat like most Huskies do, and she must have that fat on her paws like Huskies do because she was just loving it outside this morning when it was 1 degree. She just not bothered by it whatsoever. And then I looked up that Huskies can handle temperatures all the way down to minus 60 degrees. Minus 60 degrees. Bizarre. Oh, idiom. You must like soccer then. All this clock stopping and like everybody getting up off the ground and then going into their huddle and then coming out of the huddle and then waiting for the snap of the football. Yeah, it's a lot different. If you like soccer, they're just like running around all the time, nonstop. You know, it's a lot different. Or basketball. Although the clock does stop at basketball. You probably really hate baseball.
Rushes for 16 yards. Emeka Buka has 4 catches for 33 yards. He's the all-time leading receiver now in Ohio State history. Jeremiah Smith, 4 catches for 32 yards. Cardell,
Yeah.
2 for 35.
Conference championship football games are coming up this weekend. And then the Super Bowl 2 weeks after that.
Cody Simon, 3 tackles. Jack Sawyer, 3 tackles. And Jalen Tuimoloau has 3 tackles. For Notre Dame, Riley Leonard, your leading rusher, 10 carries for 39 yards.
One of those for a touchdown. 14-7, Ohio State leading Notre Dame. Start of the second half coming up next.
Start of the second half coming up next. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm gonna sign off. Okay. I really enjoyed looking at this, especially this book. For those people who put their height in, they could see what they should be, how much they should weigh back in 1933, 92 years ago. It's kind of funny. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for subbing, subscribing. I appreciate it. Liking the video, you guys. And I'll be on tomorrow morning. I don't know. I hope I sleep well. Maybe I took too long of a nap, catching up. I'll be on at 7:30 in the morning. Remember, when the alarm goes off, it could be an opportunity clock. That's true. It could be. And your attitude. Charles Swindoll. Life is 90% attitude. So let's keep a positive attitude, okay, guys? Have a good one. Peace.